What you are about to hear is highly classified.
Hey gang, welcome back to Zone 4 one more time. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzo Goose, back with another Marvel Now #1 issue review, this time of Cable and X-Force. Yes, Cable with a brand new X-Force, and this is written by Dennis Hopeless with art by... I completely forgot. It has escaped me. Let's see if I can find it. Salvador Larroca. And colors by Frank D'Armata. So this one is another one that I wasn't really overly excited for. The team, the whole concept was just like, okay, it's another version of X-Force. Alright, the team basically is Cable, Colossus, Domino, Forge, and Dr. Nemesis. And this issue starts out in the middle of some battle. Cable and this whole new X-Force, they have killed a bunch of people. And the Uncanny Avengers pop up, and Havoc is trying to talk Cable down, and he says, can't explain it, and just blows him away. Then it shoots 10 days in the past to Hope, who is having mandatory counseling. And long story short, she goes and finds Daddy. And Daddy is having these bad dreams, and because she leeches power from people, she sees what he dreams. So basically, the way that Hope found him is because Domino was breaking into an AIM facility, and once she got to her target, Hope was already there with the target. And The whole issue is basically Cable talking with Forge, he's having all these bad headaches, and then Hope finds him, and she sees this fever dream that he's having, and all of a sudden the issue ends with the fever dream popping up on the news. And I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to here in a second, so be forewarned, spoiler warning coming. So, Colossus is not even with them yet. We don't see how Colossus becomes part of the group in this issue, even though in the first couple of pages he is with the group. So, obviously, in the course of 10 days, it goes from Cable having this fever dream to recruiting Colossus. And once you hear what the fever dream was all about, you'll understand why. So, the writing was okay. I mean, the Domino's whole conversation on the phone with Boom, she refers to, was clever. Hope's banter with the psychiatrist was good. I mean, Dennis Hopeless, I'm not familiar with his work, but it wasn't so hopeless. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, but it was a decent story. It was natural dialogue. It flowed well. There was nothing that was like, where did that come from? Anything like that. It was decent, solid, I guess. The art, when Salvador Larroca first popped up on the scene, I was a big fan of his work, and he did the original Extreme X-Men run, and I thought his art was fantastic on that. Over time, his art has increasingly got worse, and I don't want to say it was bad art. It wasn't completely bad art. There was for the most part, it was pretty good. It was average. It wasn't anything to write home about, and it certainly wasn't up to par with his early work. Maybe he's just not as crisp with tight deadlines and everything. I don't know what the issue is. But there were certain panels and certain pages where the art wasn't great. There was problems with perspective. Some of the background elements looked odd. Some of the figures their arms were too short, or they were turned awkwardly, or something like that. Their faces didn't look quite right, and but it was here and there, and it was probably up against the deadlines, and doing passable work. That's kind of what it felt like. But so spoiler warning for the next minute or so. The fever dream, which Hope can't decipher it. She just sees this big ship with this blacked out explosion and everything. But when it pops up on the news feed, and Cable says, "Oh no," and Hope asks, "Why is your dream on TV?" And then it shoots to the scene, and it's the Phalanx. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. It's the Phalanx, and it's possessing people. So that kind of leads you to believe that at the beginning of the story, what they were killing was not actual people. It was the Phalanx, and everybody knows, once they've taken you over, they've replicated you. You cease to exist, and you are a Phalanx, and they are, hive mind creatures and all that. So, and for anybody that doesn't know that does know their X history, knows that Cable and the Phalanx have a long storied history. So, it could be leading somewhere interesting, somewhere familiar, definitely. Rehashing maybe, I don't know, but it was interesting. I don't think we've seen that for a while, so it's something. As far as my rating though, the art just wasn't as crisp for me, and the story wasn't as exciting as it needed to be. It did feel like an X-Force title, and I'll leave it up to you whether that's a good or a bad thing. But I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. This is not something that I would. This is something I'd probably read if there was nothing else to read. But it's not something I would pass completely up. It's just one of those. If you're a big X-Men fan, X-Force fan, Cable fan, you're gonna read this. But it's gonna be at the bottom of your pile. So, and that's my take on it. Love to hear your thoughts. Leave comments below, and I don't say this enough, but please subscribe to the channel. Check out all my other reviews, and check back with me. I think the next one I will be doing is Avengers Arena #1, and of course check over on Dark Avenger Inc.'s channel for my reviews over there, and everybody else's reviews on Inc. I'll be doing another Fringe review, and various other reviews, Valiant and Walking Dead. I'm going to start that up this month, so check that out. The comic series, not the TV show. So yeah, check out zone4podcast.com, listen to our latest episode, check out comicrelated.com for your daily news fix, and like I said, check back here with me for another review very soon, and thanks for watching.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.